Well, returning to our previous story, Australia has joined allies, including the United States, warning Houthi rebels to stop attacks in the Red Sea. Well, joining me now live is former Labor MP and former chair of the Parliamentary Joint Committee on Foreign Affairs and Defence, Sky News contributor Michael Danby. Appreciate your time this morning. Michael, what do you make of this joint statement from a number of nations, including Australia, following these events in the Red Sea?
Well, it's the very least we could do. Sorry to say it, Simon, but I agree with Foreign Editor of the Australian, Greg Sheridan, that Australia's taken the bludger's option by not sending a ship, especially not only because it affects, as Annalise was earlier reporting, 15% of world trade, including the cost of our oil and grain, but because we're just about, as Adam Creighton from the Australian is reporting, to get these 3 nuclear submarines. The Americans have to shave that off from their production. What's going to happen, Simon, if Donald Trump gets re-elected? Remember what he did to NATO. He'll probably double the price of those subs to us if he gives them at all.
I guess the Defence Strategic Review recently prompted government to refocus efforts in the region, but by doing that, does that put at risk, as you say, the AUKUS commitment that the United States has made to Australia, particularly in the wake of those tough negotiations with Congress?
Our major strategic protection is staying under the skirts of the United States, and anything we do to alienate them is not at all helpful. This is a crisis that affects Australia. You're going to find oil prices, you're going to find prices of grains, everything will go up because the Houthis have effectively blocked international shipping through the Red Sea. Australia should be there in and of itself. We should also be there to encourage our relationship with the United States.
Why is Labor being reluctant to send to at least greenlight a ship to head to the Red Sea?
There's 2 reasons. One, someone at Navy and at the Armed Forces haven't been watching the war in Ukraine, and we haven't got anti-drone technology on our frigates or destroyers. And number 2, I have to be blunt, as a former Labor person, Labor member, this is a different government than a Beazley, Hawke or Keating government. It's dominated by the socialist left. Both Anthony Albanese and Penny Wong are members of the socialist left. They have majority of all the ministries and the majority of the MPs, and they don't instinctively feel as Labor of the past would have as part of the Western Alliance. Albo says the right things, but it's very sad that Miles and co don't have enough strength to force this participation.
Do you think an escalation of events in the Middle East would prompt Australia to rethink?
Well, I think that escalation is going to happen too quickly for Australia to be involved now. I think the Americans are practicing defensive warfare against the Houthis, shooting down their missiles. The Iranians have now put a boat with drones in the Red Sea entrance. The Americans are going to have to take stronger action against the Houthis, who are just stooges of Iran, in order to stop this. The Americans are being attacked all over Iraq and Syria. There's more than 100 attacks, and now we've had the elimination of the terrorist Aruri in Beirut. It won't be the last. You can expect some retribution. Imagine, Simon, if 3,600 Australians had been killed at Bali rather than just 88. We want to make sure that terrorist group never existed, or their leadership face retribution. It's going to get worse over there before it gets better.
Michael Danby, appreciate your analysis and time. Thanks so much.